Hey Tractor Chasers, in today's video we are out in the field with this beautiful International 1460 combine harvesting corn in northern New York. This is a Dream International harvesting setup. They were running International Paystar trucks hauling the grain away from this combine and a Case IH Magnum tractor running the grain cart. Let's go listen to this 1460 at work and then we're going to get up in the cab with Chris to learn more about this beautiful combine. Alright guys, I am up in the cab with Chris and we're combining some corn in the 1460. Chris, this is an awesome combine and it's still in great condition. How long have you owned it?
I've owned this for 13 years now.
Yep. And you do custom combining with it?
Yes. I was doing anywhere 700-800 acres a year. Cut back now. Staying pretty much just local around home and doing free. Anywhere from 200 to 400 depending on the year.
And this combine is set up pretty unique with the mud hog rear axle. And where did you find this?
Yep, this actually came out of the Midwest. It was originally sold in Illinois. I have the original bill of sale, and I bought this from a friend of mine in Indiana who bought it from this other guy in Illinois that we both knew. So I kind of know the history of this whole combine since new. And I've talked to people from the dealership that originally set this machine up and sold it when it was brand new.
Has it always had the mud hog rear axle on it?
Yep, yep. This factory installed four-wheel drive on this, and mud hog. It's also kind of rare because it has a 2-speed hydro in it. You don't see many 1460s with a 2-speed hydro in it. So that's kind of rare. This had a lot of options on it for the day.
And this combine's also unique with the silver wheels. So tell me the story on that.
This is a late 1984 1460. It was not actually sold in December of 1984. It was not used until the fall of 1985. And that was in the transition period of when the 85s went to the silver rims on the combines. This was right in that transition period. So it still has the white roof, like the 84s, but it has the silver wheels, which were original from the factory.
And the ladder getting into the combine, is that a normal setup? Or?
No, that was done by the original owner in Illinois. This has axle spacers on it with 30.5, 32 Racing Cane tires on it, so it needed more clearance from the original ladder. It's got the axle spacers on it, so the tires are running between the rows to cut down on stubble damage to the tires. So because of that, the wheels are moved out just a little bit, and they need to extend the ladder out for that. And that also makes it a little bit easier to get in and out with the extra stops.
So you've got a collection of international tractors. And what have you always been a big fan of International? Or?
Yeah. Always grew up around Internationals, and always been a big International fan until Case IH came about in '85. Things started going downhill there. Combines are still good, but as far as the tractors, yeah, pretty partial to Deere now.
Hey Chris, one of the things I really like is how well you take care of the combine, and tell me a little bit about the process that you do at the end of the season to clean this up.
At the end of the year, we'll spend probably 2 to 3 days just cleaning out the machine, blow everything off best we can there, wash it up, then we'll get in the grain tank with a shop vac, vacuum out all the grain, get in, pull the sieves out, get in, vacuum any grain out that's in there, check everything over good, have the dealer come in, go completely through the machine every winter, do a post-harvest winter service, check on it, I should say, not service, and find anything that needs to be repaired, so limit our downtime during the season.
Chris, how did you get into this? You grew up on a farm?
No, I grew up actually working for my wife's father, my father-in-law. I grew up working for him, which he was all international, and I grew up there, and I worked for different farms my whole life. I currently work for another farm down the road over here. The farm's about 2,500 acres. That's where I spend most of my time. And I like combining with my older stuff, and it's just fun to get out here with this older equipment and still do the job, and you don't have to worry about hooking a laptop up if something goes wrong. You can work on everything yourself for the most part. It's just fun being out here with this older equipment, doing the job like we used to do.
Yeah. And you've got all this modern technology in a combine from the 1980s, so how does that all work together, and how hard was it to set up?
So, run a loop yield monitor for quite a few years. Ever since I bought the machine, we installed the first series of loop yield monitors into this, and we've since upgraded to the Elite probably 5 years ago when it came out. We traded up to that. We're running the yield monitor, which is feeding to Field View Drive, which is doing live mapping and climate field view on our iPad. This allows me to give customers yield maps. It allows me to record the yield as we go. As you can see here, we're in some really good corn here. We're running 265, 280, field average about 258. So we're running a little bit slower than we normally do because of the amount of corn we're putting through this machine.
Yeah, that's a good problem to have.
Yes.
How hard was it to connect all this stuff with the older combine?
It really wasn't any harder to do it on this machine than it would be to retrofit a newer machine. Everything's pretty much plug and play, and we just had to install some sensors in the system for moisture and yield, and other than that, really pretty simple.
Yeah. I hope you love being out in the field with this beautiful International 1460 combine harvesting corn in northern New York. If you love seeing farm equipment in action, please take a minute to subscribe to the Tractor Chasers channel so you don't miss any videos. Thanks for watching.